Okay, okay, hang on one second. I realized my camera was out of position. Greetings, comrades, and hello, everyone. I'm Quint866. Welcome to me fan-dubbing Ace Attorney Investigations 2 again. Now, I played through the first and second case, and my recordings for them were kind of dull, in all honesty. The second case was okay. I liked the prison escape theme to it. But the third case was pretty good, but I just couldn't come up with enough good voices because there were so many characters. So I'm gonna try the fourth case, and even though I already recorded my recordings for that, I kind of found it, very, inconsistent because, my voices kept changing. So, without time to waste, let's haste to me just, reenacting a YouTube version of it. So thanks, ZS Slyer, for letting me borrow your footage, even though I kind of didn't ask. Okay. It's just a reaction. Okay. So the victim's identity remains unknown. Oh wait. Hang on. You know what? Whoa! Of course! What are you saying, Belle? Thank you, but then, what about that woman? She's someone you may have killed. That's all we know. There's no way that's true, right, Mr. Edgeworth? I also do not believe you killed her. You are such a naive man, Miles Edgeworth. Here I come to save the day! That voice. Oh god, not this kid again. So don't be afraid, the prosecutor's here today! Pardon the interruption. Mr. Edgeworth, get away from the victim. Oh wait, I thought that was the girl talking. God dang it, it's gonna go back a bit. So don't be afraid, the best prosecutor. You know what? I gotta find a better voice for Sebastian. He's this guy. I gotta give him kind of like a wimpy, shrimpy voice. I don't know quite how to go about that one, because I haven't gotten a lot of good wimpy voices. The best prosecutor's here to save the day! You know, I know it sounds goofy, guys, but I kind of like that. Pardon the interruption. Mr. Edgeworth! No, I'm still used to the old voice. God dang it, stop! God, stop! Okay, I'm screwing this up so bad. Okay, skip. So don't be afraid, the best prosecutor's here today. Pardon the interruption. Mr. Edgeworth, get away from the victim! I've inherited her dying wish. No one asked for you! Did you know the victim? Just as I thought. The goddess of law will surely reveal the truth to us, so please rest in peace. That's right, Justin. Now that I'm here, everything will be A-okay. The culprit will rue the day he crossed paths with Yarg! Miles Edgeworth, who is this fool of a man? Why is she glaring at me? You are Francisca von Karma, am I correct? I apologize for my late introduction. I'm Justin Courtney. God, both bow. I felt like it's too elegant. And the deceased individual is... Attorney Jill Crane, one of the members of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee. I see. So that's why she had the key card. I take it you're in charge of this case? That's right. And with me in charge, this case is good as solved. Yow! That reminds me, I haven't caught your name yet. If you just wanted to know my name, you didn't have to wait. Yarg! Just state your name. I will not tolerate any unnecessary remarks.
Sebastian the best.
It seems the pecking order has been decided.
Mr. Sebastian.
Oh wait, Mr. Sebastian the best? I can't come up with a nurse's voice. I keep having to change the nurse's voice. Even in my old recordings, I kept having to do that. Seems the pecking order has been decided. This is one of the more difficult cases for me to fan up. Like, I can't get... There's too many females in here, people. There's too many females. I can only come up with, like, 1 or 2 decent female voices. Let's see, now, I gotta practice my nurse voice. Mr. Sebastian the best? No, too close to... too close to Judge Courtney. Mr. Sebastian... No, that's too male. Mr. Sebastian... No, it's so hard to come up with a female voice. Ugh. You know, maybe she's kind of country-ish. Mr. Sebastian... No, wait. What about, like, a vampire-like voice? Mr. Sebastian the best. No. I can't do a female Dracula voice. That's kind of difficult. I don't want to use a text-to-voice program. I really don't. Mr. Sebastian the best. No. I know every character, by the way. I'm not going in this blind because I already played through this case, but I just decided not to post the recordings because they were lame. I mean, even then I had trouble coming up with voices for all these characters. And this isn't the last female character, as they had to include another one. Which I'll review later on when I'm recording. But, God, I can't come up with this nurse's voice. Mr. Sebastian the best? This is your doctor? Yeah. Mr. Sebastian the best. This is your doctor. I'm just gonna have to go with that, guys. It's creepy. I know it sounds kind of like GLaDOS, but only so much I can do. Mr. Sebastian the best? Here, this is from Granny.
This is the autopsy report. It seems you've invested, Mr. Edgeworth.
This wasn't a competition to begin with. My job... Oh, wait. I gotta... My job here is done. May we meet again in front of another corpse? No, wait. How did I get that voice again? God. I already have a country girl voice for another female character appearing later, so I need to come up with like a... kind of like a Asian-ish voice. My job is done. May we meet in front of again of... This is really hard. Like, I'm not good with that many female characters. I mean, that's because I'm male to begin with. Which makes sense. My job is done. May we meet again in front of another corpse. How about this? I'll keep it similar to Justine Courtney, but Justine Courtney will be a little more smug, but this girl will be a little more soft. Because I'm clearly not having good enough voices. My job is done. May we meet again in front of another corpse. Okay, let's go home quickly and eat some noodles. I'll be leaving too. Take care, everyone. Farewell, nurse lady and old grandma coroner.
The victim's head wound was post-mortem.
Sebastian. And the candelabra, blah, blah, blue. I cannot pronounce that. Candelabra. I am sorry. I thought it was just going to be candle. Oh my god.
And the candelabra dealt the fatal estimated time of death is late last night. What is it, Justine?
Well, I do appreciate your enthusiasm. Perhaps you should give your tongue a rest. You may pull a muscle. That would be painful indeed. Autopsy report jotted down in my organizer, okay? 10-minute recording limit gets in the way. That would be painful indeed. Autopsy report jotted down to my organizer. Okay, I'll stop. I won't read the narrative.
Anyways, it's quite clear now. K. Faraday must be arrested.
What? What's the big idea, pal? It's just as he says, detective. The culprit is Miss K. Faraday. The young lady in bandages over there. Although, she's not wearing her usual attire, I must say. Are you not Miss K. Faraday? And what would you do if she is K? If you're going to arrest her, then I will resist by any means necessary. That I guarantee you. I am now convinced. The doubts surrounding your suitability as a prosecutor were indeed warranted. It's fine, Mr. Edgeworth. You can go. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. What are you saying, Kay? You can't just go along with them, pal! But I don't remember anything. Kay has amnesia. What if I really did kill that woman and then forgot about it? If that's true... Acknowledgement is the goddess's mercy. Atonement is her will. The goddess of law will surely praise you for your prudence. Yeah, goddess of the law this, goddess of the law that. Blah, blah, freaking goddess of law, blah. Judge Courtney is all about the goddess of law, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of hate having to hear her talk. I mean, even though I know she might have good intentions, because I know what happens at the end of this case, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Judge Courtney was not the best character in the world. I mean, she was fine for investigation standards. I mean, she's certainly a lot better than... Oh boy, she was certainly a lot better than, I mean, that one guy, not Horace Knightley, but, she was certainly a lot better than the president of Dejua Huang, or how you pronounce him in my first case long play. But I'm gonna be honest though, I kind of don't think she handled this the best way. Sebastian and Judge Courtney. If you believe she is the culprit, on what basis do you make your accusations? Unless I'm completely convinced by your explanation, I will not obey your orders.
Fine, have it your way. Now sit tight, listen to the perfect reasoning of the best.
Cross-examination, and I gotta close this stupid advertisement. Okay, hang on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long cross-examination because from this point onwards in a ZS Slayers playthrough, he presses every statement even though you don't need to.
I am the best in the world. No one else can do what I do.
Yes, that's when I was the first to realize that K culprit. My God. So hard to get these voices right, so I have to keep... Okay, hang on, oh my God.
Fine, have it your way. Now sit tight, listen to the perfect reasoning of the best. I am the best in the world. No one else can do what I do. Yes, that's why I was the first to realize that K. Faraday is the culprit. She broke into the meeting room in order to steal something. In other words, she's the only one who could have killed Miss Crane.
His logic is awful as ever, sir. Harsh words, coming from you, detective. I asked for some basis to your claims, yet your reasoning has told me absolutely nothing. However, we have no evidence to prove she didn't do it either. Don't worry, Kay. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle. You think my deductions are some kind of miracle work? You better not disappoint me. Understand, Miles Edgeworth? Because if you do, this whip of mine won't stay silent. Oh gee, now you're threatening your own ally, my god.
I am the best in the world. No one else can do what I do.
Already, I've noticed 2 contradictions in your testimony.
My reasoning is flawless. It doesn't contain even a single contradiction.
The number of contradictions has just increased to 3.
Oh, I get it. This is all part of your plan to mislead me, isn't it? Well, too bad, because the best would not be led astray. Yes, that's why I was the first to realize that Kay Faraday is the culprit.
If you believe Kay is the culprit, then I would like to hear the basis for your reasoning.
Just sit back and all my brilliant deductions. Nothing escapes the watchful eyes of the best. Before I even laid eyes on the crime scene. No, before I was even aware of this case. Yes, I knew she was the culprit. Yow!
Basis of your reasoning.
Yes, ma'am. Well... She broke into the meeting room in order to steal something.
To steal something? Steal what exactly?
That's...
What Kay Faraday tried to steal was a file. It contents, to be exact, an investigation report regarding Prosecutor Edgeworth. Do you have any evidence to prove she needed something like that? I'm not the one who needs to present evidence. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Yes, I suppose that may be true. What? At any rate, Sebastian, please continue your reasoning.
In other words, she's the only one who could have killed Miss Crane.
Do you have any evidence to prove that no one else but Kay could have committed the crime?
Nope!
Sebastian, let me tell you what would be the best thing for you to do. Look into any other possible suspects besides Kay. Right now. Post haste.
The best thing for me to do? Look into any other possible suspects?
According to the preliminary reports, there were no traces of anyone else besides her. Even so, isn't it too premature to declare that she is the culprit? Declaring that she isn't so early into the investigation is a little premature as well, is it not? If only I had evidence that could prove Kay's innocence! Good grief, there's a limit to how much you can falsely accuse someone. It's fine, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have to. Fear not, Kay, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Mr. Edgeworth. Kay couldn't have murdered Miss Crane. If I can just prove that, she'll be cleared of suspicion.
I'm the best in the world.
Oh, I won't repeat this again. Not gonna repeat this again. It certainly sounds like you are quite familiar with this room.
The best man for the job should know all about the best places.
Unfortunately, it seems that you are not the best man for the job.
Are you mocking me?
That's for you to decide. You didn't even know about this keycard, did you?
Of course I know about that. You needed to enter this room. The hat? Was it really needed?
This foolish fool still doesn't know when to give up! Ugh!
Yow!
Sebastian, do you really suspect Kay?
That's right! She's the only one who could have done it!
Well then, allow me to ask you. Since this room can only be entered by using a keycard, how did she enter the room without one?
Yeah! She probably used this and that and...
Oh? Did you pull a muscle? Allow me to explain then. The door could only be opened by members of the Cut off again! Sebastian, do you really suspect Kate?
That's right, she's the one who could have done it!
Well then, allow me to ask you. Since this room can only be entered by using a key card, how did she enter the room without one?
Yeah, well, she probably used this and that and...
Oh, did you pull a muscle? Allow me to explain then. The door could only be opened by members of the PIC, which means... Blop. Yes, that is correct. She conceded so easily? Take a look at this. It's a record of this room that I investigated a while ago. At 12:52 a.m., the door was opened by Mrs. Crane's keycard. Keycard record, jot it down. Yeah. Give a blah blah. Got a schedule. It's probable that the killer entered the room together with the victim, Miss Crane. After entering, the situation must have soured, leading to the murder. Your logic holds, but is still merely conjecture. And it would imply that the killer and the victim were acquainted. No way, pal! I doesn't even know the victim! Oh god, advertisements!
More secret weapons for writing paper.
That is merely an assumption on your part, unless you have any evidence to prove your claim. Evidence is everything, in court and at the crime scene. Without it, your argument is invalid. In that case, I trust that you have evidence to prove that Kay Faraday and the victim were connected. Of course. What? This letter was discovered by Dr. Young in Mrs. Crane's breast pocket. The victim's belongings? Why'd you withhold such vital evidence until now? Could it be she was waiting for the perfect time to reveal it? Come to think of it...
And the candlelight were dealt the fatal blow. Estimated time of death is late last night. What is it, Justine?
While I do appreciate your enthusiasm, perhaps you should give your tongue a rest. You might pull a muscle. I'll read it for you. To Miss Crane, thank you so much for helping me with my plan. I'm glad that we can help each other get what we want. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Please get revenge for 12 years ago. Kay. In other words, Kay Faraday and Miss Crane were accomplices. The problem planned to steal something from this room. Preposterous! Wait! That means the main culprit is... It's still Kay Faraday, of course. It just means her crimes have increased by yet one more. Yay! You son of a hamster. I'm the main culprit? Don't believe her, Kay! It's all a bunch of nonsense! There's no way Kay would do something like that! Nonsense? Not at all! The evidence speaks for itself. Wouldn't you agree? No! I knew that they wouldn't suspect Kay unless they had some sort of proof, but... to think they would actually have such decisive evidence!
Nicely done, Justine!
Thank you very much. Your explanation is still insufficient. I cannot accept such an argument. Sebastian, would you please leave this to me?
Alright, make sure you shut this android up once and for all.
I can't allow their allegations to gain any more momentum. I must turn it around here. Oh, another cross-examination, okay. The letter from Kay, okay, yeah. The relationship between Kay and Faraday and Miss Crane is as documented in the letter. She wrote Miss Crane into assisting her with her plan. However, for some reason, their partnership broke down. Miss Crane was murdered, but with her dying breath, she managed to retaliate. Her parting gift is this letter, which she tucked safely away in her left breast pocket. Oh, I already realized the contradiction in this one. Wow. Gonna skip ahead a little bit. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit to the cross-examination. You said it was in the left a bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Here we go. Back a bit. Here we go. Okay, here we go. The objection. The victim held on to the truth until her dying breath. A truly touching story indeed. The voices of the dead are soft. One must listen carefully to hear their dying wishes. And Miss Crane had spoken. Kay Faraday is the culprit. Perhaps the voices you've heard are actually the whispers of the devil.
Hey, don't make fun of Justine!
Let's listen to the voice of the reason, then. Judge Courtney, please take a look at the autopsy report. There is no need. I remember it perfectly. The victim was stabbed in the left breast... No. It can't be. The letter was found in the victim's left breast pocket. And that's where the victim was stabbed with the candelabra, right, sir? Precisely. It wouldn't have been possible to stab her without piercing the letter as well! So, that begs the question. Why was the letter found in the victim's pocket? It's simple. It was placed there after the victim was murdered to throw suspicion onto Kay. Somebody intentionally wanted to create this very situation. In other words, there exists a possibility that the letter is forged by the true culprit. No! The real murderer tried to pin the crime on Kay. And that is the one explanation for the letter. And doing so, the murderer ended up digging their own grave, right, sir?
The culprit is Kay Faraday. The letter was... yeah! It was actually found in the victim's other pocket!
Huh? What are you saying, pal?
The officer's report was wrong when he said the letter was in her left pocket. It's actually in the... Youch!
A foolish fool continues to make a fool of himself. Is there no cure for your foolishness?
Why do you keep whipping me and quit calling me a fool? Ow!
I saved you the trouble of punishing yourself. Indeed. Though I had no intention of punishing you. The letter is stained with blood, no doubt because it was found in the left breast pocket. There couldn't have been an error in the officer's report. Unless you were the investigator.
Say something, Justine!
I see you have no objections. Then allow me to continue. There is one more potential suspect in this case.
Don't be ridiculous! The killer entered this very room! There wasn't anyone else who could have done that besides Kay Faraday and the victim!
To enter the meeting room, one needs a key card. And the reasoning assumes that the murderer and the victim entered the room together. This is what we overlooked. If we just discard that assumption, then... this evidence reveals the other suspect besides Kay. Take that! This is the keycard record Judge Courtney handed me earlier. The victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m. And there was one more person who also used a keycard. So you're saying that this person was waiting to ambush the victim inside the meeting room? The keycard was used at 10:15 a.m. I wouldn't say it's impossible. No, it's impossible.
What makes you say that, pal? You got any proof?
Of course I do. I myself am that proof. I was the one who used that keycard after all. Keycard record updated, blah blah blah. Come on, I got a schedule. Is there something strange about a PIC member entering the PIC meeting room? That proves nothing. The fact that you were in here all makes you a suspect. Or do you perhaps have any evidence that you didn't kill your... Great! Cut off again. Such nonsense. What a gain by murdering her. Allow me to reiterate what you said earlier. I'm sure it will all become clear upon further investigation. Why would I, a faithful servant of the law, commit a crime? True enough, I entered this room. However, that alone is not a reason enough to suspect me of a crime. If that's the case, please tell me why you entered this room. I had some business to take care of, and some preparations had to be made. Preparations? That sounds pretty suspicious, pal! Unfortunately, I cannot disclose what these preparations were. However, I'm sure you could hazard a guess, Prosecutor Edgeworth. So she was preparing for my hearing. She must have gathered all the necessary materials to take away my prosecutor's badge. Wonderful, wonderful! It's good to see young people go head-to-head so ruthlessly. Who is that? Oh God, of course another advertisement! Woohoo! Woo! Okay, I'll stop. Here he is, Chief of the PIC himself. That takes me back when I was young. I always butt heads to this brash detective. And then one day, he just disappeared. I hope he's still doing well. Here come the waterworks. Chairman the Best. Did she just say the best? Hello, Courtney. You sure are full of energy today. And if it isn't little Von Karma, look how much you've grown since I last saw you. Sir, it has been quite a while. A curtsy? You don't have to treat me like some sort of stranger, you know. Remember back in the old days when you'd sit on my lap and call me Unky Boo Boo? Oh God. Sniff, here I go again. Oh, how I cried back then. Pops, what are you doing here? A member of the BIC was killed and I heard that you were in charge of the case. What kind of prosecutor is followed around by his own father? Hold your tongue! Do you have any idea who this man is? Chairman of the PIC, former chief prosecutor. He's the right-hand man of the goddess of law. Now, Courtney. I'm just an old chunk of coal. There's no reason to speak so highly of me. Please excuse my subordinate's behavior. I am Prosecutor Edgeworth, isn't it? Along with this trusty sidekick Dick Gumshoe. I am Blaze the Best. I'm the proud father of that idiot over there. When that boy was born, me and the missus were as happy as can be, you see. But now, I don't even know where she's gone to. Pops, you need a handkerchief? Pops need a handkerchief? Yes, Sebastian is an idiot, but he's such a good boy, you know. Quite the doting and father and son. Now then, Courtney, how's the investigation going? Sir, we've established that the culprit is Kay Faraday. We are currently focusing our efforts. There are too many uncertainties in this case. It's impossible to determine that she's the culprit. Surely you haven't forgotten the matter of the letter. I already told you it was just a simple mistake. The letter was in another box. Ouch! You talk too much. Now, let's all play nice. Everyone, just calm down. I'm sorry that you had to witness such an unsightly scene, Mr. Chairman. Don't apologize, Courtney. I can follow everyone's logic. Except Sebastian's, that is. Hey, Pops! Chairman the Best. I'm a prosecutor. My duty is to bring criminals to justice. However, I won't make someone out to be a criminal without sufficient motive and evidence. I've heard about you and your relationship with the suspect, you know. To share such a strong bond. Kay has assisted the police in arresting criminals countless times, pal! There are too many facets of this case that remain unexplored. I see, the bonds of youth are a wonderful thing indeed. But that is that, and this is this, you know. What's that supposed to mean? The prosecutor's office needs to resolve this case as quickly as possible. I mean, just think of all the other cases that are piling up. There's no time to waste here. It's unfortunate, but you understand, right, Edgeworth? What? Now then, Kay Faraday, I'd like to arrest you now. Okay. No! I won't let you! Kay's innocent, pal! To defy Chairman DeBest is to defy the law. It would be a grave act of disloyalty. In other words, a hearing won't be needed. Are you prepared to lose your prosecutor's badge? That's... Mr. Edgeworth's badge! You can't do that! Using a prosecutor's badge as a shield? What has the PIC come to? Kay! You haven't done anything wrong! Mr. Edgeworth, it was only for a short time, but thank you for everything. I'm sorry. I turned out to be a criminal. We will make sure to impart your confession to the Goddess of Law. What should I do? When I was young, I wanted to become a defense attorney, like my father. Someone who can fight to save those in need. And right now, this badge is holding me back. A mere badge for the life of a dear friend. I don't even have to consider it. Alright, farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Hold it! Hold it right there, Judge Courtney! What is it now, Prosecutor Edgeworth? This is your prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this? Consider this my resignation. I am no longer a prosecutor! Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing? Explain yourself, Miles Edgeworth! You can't be serious! Mr. Edgeworth, you're joking, right? If you aren't a prosecutor, then My only mission is to bring the truth to light. If it's the prosecutor's path to turn a blind eye to the truth, then that title's worth nothing to me. I will walk the path that I believe in. I will not be stopped here! You're running away from the Von Karm? From me? No matter what you say, I don't intend to go back on my decision. So, you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this! No! This is all my fault! I'm sorry. If only I weren't here. Wait! Kay! Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me! But, Mr. Edgeworth! Boss! I'm not your boss anymore, Detective. That's too much, sir! It's always been you and me. We've always been a team! Detective Gumshoe, you no longer need to follow my lead. You should try to accomplish whatever you can do on your end. This is bad. We just let a dangerous criminal escape. How could I let her get away? After all my hard work, you see? Rest assured, Mr. Chairman, This area will be locked down immediately. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. All these voices are making my throat hurt. Throat hurt. Good. I expect the best from you, Courtney. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, well, next part then. I'm gonna skip it a little bit more so I can, you know, do some... Oh.
New Trident Spearmint.
Oh, I can't skip this one. Oh, why? Okay. I don't like doing the investigation sequences. They're a bit long if you ask me.
New Trident vibes. A burst of something new.
April 5th, blah 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 blue, blah 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 blue. Skipping ahead to the part that I was looking for. Oh, oh god, there's 5! Oh. So there's not only Emma, but there's that other girl I gave the country voice to. Oh boy. Let's hope Nicole doesn't appear near anywhere. That would be bad. It's about here, I think. Wait, what? So yeah, the story so far, in case you can't tell, Edgeworth has been arrested because he tried to do an investigation without his prosecutor's badge. So that's a thing. So I'm going to be doing the logic chess between Edgeworth and Blazed Best. Because this was actually a really interesting scene when I first played it, because I actually, for the first time in this case, lost here. I know it sounds weird, but it was because... like, the time, it was so strict. Even though I died in previous cases, like I lost the case. Like, I lost in the Inherited turnabout when I was trying to find out something about the fountain and the victim when I was in Gregory's story. It was really, like, annoying. I had to use a guide, but here I actually wasn't able to use a guide because I wanted to pursue through by trial and error because that's how logic chess works. So, yeah. Let's do logic chess between Edgeworth and Blaze the Best. Okay. Justice, huh? I wonder. This man, what is he planning? Why is he pushing things forward so forcefully? It all seems too unnatural. Is there a hidden agenda? There's no time left. It's all or nothing now. Well then, I must take my leave. Hold it! God, no, not Hello Neighbor advertisements. No matter how you look at it, Kay's arrest was unnatural. There must be something behind it. Hey, I'm a busy man, you know. I'm kind of a big deal, you see. I trust this won't take up too much of my time. In order to make it out of this situation, I must break through his defenses. There are plenty of things I want to ask, but my time is limited. First, I'll ask about why he rushed the arrest. I have no intention of letting him push me around. I will overcome this difficult situation. Logic chess, begin! Why did you rush her arrest? I would like a clear explanation. Explanation? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. You clearly did not follow the proper procedures. Okay. Maybe you should pipe down a bit. Do you know the position you're in? Suppose we let the criminal escape. What do you think will happen? What will happen? I would be made to take responsibility, you see. I do hope you understand. Just take my advice and stay out of this if you know it's good for you. I refuse. Kay is innocent. You know, this is so pitiful. It brings me to tears. Why won't you just give up? Things were finally going well. Things were going well, you say. That's a strange way to put it. It almost sounds as if you personally wanted Kay to be arrested. Far more than necessary. Haven't you lost your impartiality? You think so? That certainly wasn't my intention, you see. Edgeworth, my boy, you're reading too much into it. He skillfully avoided the issue. However, I still have some serious doubts about Kay's arrest. Next, I shall ask him if the investigation was sufficient. I can't miss even the tiniest piece of information. That's the only way to break through this situation. It's hard to say that the investigation was sufficient. The arrest was under your authority. My, do I really look that important? The Prosecutor Investigational Committee Chairman is quite a prominent title. Not that I care much for it. That was rather blunt. I'm so shocked. I could cry. I'm sorry. Flatter was never my forte. If you keep talking like that towards me, you'll never get your prosecutor's badge back, you know. Let me make this clear right now. I do not live for the sake of my badge. Status means nothing to me. Do you understand? Young. So young. Let me teach you something as a senior in life. What you're saying right now is far too naive, you see. The look in his eyes has changed. He might respond differently to some of my questions now. This is my chance. How much time was spent on the investigation? Well, aren't you an impotent one? Even someone like me is starting to get annoyed. What a coincidence. I feel the same way. Answer me, was the investigation sufficient? Young folks always live life in the fast lane. That's why I like to bully them. You'll regret this soon enough. Heh. You sure are quiet. Are you scared? Ridiculous. I was just thinking about my next strategy. On how to extract information from a weepy old man. You should show some remorse, you know. Don't you get it? I hold your fate in my hands. In any case, even if you obtain some information, there's nothing you can do. Just give up already. I refuse. Mind if I ask why? It's simple. The truth is fading away. That's all there is to it. I see. I'm starting to understand what kind of a person you are. But you know, it's all useless. It's enough to make me cry. Give it up! That girl's guilt has already been decided. That's strange. The way you said that, it almost sounds like you were deciding it from the very beginning. What are you trying to say? Yes, it's clearly unnatural. Everything is progressing as if Kay's guilt was predetermined. Wasn't Kay's arrest planned from the start? I see. That is an interesting theory. But I don't have time to indulge in your flights or fancy, you know. Why don't we put an end to this silly conversation? Curses! He's trying to get away! Before that, I must find out if the arrest was lawful. It's still very faint, but I'm beginning to see the path to the truth. I can't let this opportunity slip by. Alright, we were cut off again, so let's continue. Hang on, I need to get some water. Okay, I'm back. Let us resume. It's still very faint, but I'm beginning to see the path to the truth. I can't let this opportunity slip by. Please wait, there's still something I want to ask you. I've grown weary of our little T. Please keep it short, okay? If I put together what you have told me upon until now, I can help but say there's no basis for Kay's arrest. Yes, I understand, you see. But you know, it doesn't really matter either way. You can't overturn her arrest. How irresponsible. Do you still claim to be a man of the law? My, those are some harsh words, you know. You know, you're starting to make me a little angry. You see, to be honest, I really can't answer all of your questions, you know. That's just the position I'm in, you see. I'm a busy man, you know. Aren't you just pretending to be busy? That's cruel, you know. This old chunk of coal has been working like a dog. Pretending? Just what do you think that would accomplish? You don't want to talk about the case. Isn't that why you're trying to get away from this place? God, advertisement. How sad, yes, how sad indeed. Do you suspect little old me? I do suspect you, and I'm confident about it. There's clearly no basis for Kay's arrest. My, have you forgotten? Wasn't there evidence? The mask, the letter, and the corsage. All were found in the girl's possession. Not to mention, she even confessed. All this serves to prove her crime. That's... Any objections? You see, you have no response. It's true I have no objections, although there's one point that bothers me. This man seems awfully familiar with the evidence. To remember everything without missing a beat, that intrigues me. This could be a useful clue. Please wait, there's still something I want to ask you. I've grown weary of our little T. Please keep it short, okay? Who was the one who made the decision to arrest her? Well, I can't say I remember. Growing old is a terrible thing, you see. My memory's not what it used to be, you know. Perhaps I should use that clue. Don't play dumb with me. Didn't you remember all the evidence in full detail just now? Stop pretending to be a forgetful man Well, oh no! No! Oh, stupid advertisement, okay. Okay, here we go again. Who is the one that made the decision to arrest her? Well, I can't say I remember. Growing old is a terrible thing, you see. My memory's not what it used to be, you know. Perhaps I should use that clue. Don't play dumb with me. Didn't you remember all of the evidence in full detail just now? Stop pretending to be a forgetful old man when things aren't going your way. Now then, who's the one who made a decision to arrest her? I see. You're a sharp one, aren't you? You know, I wish my son could learn from you. Because he's a real idiot. I'm not interested in your son. Who made the decision for the arrest? You're a bad man, you know. Don't you already know? The one who ordered her arrest. The person right in front of me. I'm certain of it. Ouch! You make it sound like I committed some kind of injustice. Guess we'll have to clear that up. My honor's at stake here, you see. Very well, I'll continue to play along with you until you are satisfied. What is most crucial here is how much this man knows about this case. If I can reveal that. Whoa, you got that much time back, wow. Sorry, just a quick comment. It's do or die, if I can overcome this, I'll reach the truth. You seem pretty familiar with the case. I'm a wise man, you know. I'm familiar with most things, you see. I don't think it was very wise of you to arrest Kay in this case. That lawyer is dangerous. No shit, Sherlock. I'm a very busy man. I can end this conversation anytime I want, you know. Don't you forget about that. This would have already been over if you had simply answered my questions. If you give me a proper answer, I won't take any more of your time. I will ask you once again, why are you so familiar with this case? I read the case files, you see. Honestly, it was quite a drag, you know. But it's my job, so what could I do? Because of my position, you see, I can't just skip out on it. Well, I had some time to kill, so I read the whole thing, you see. That's strange. Didn't you just say you were very busy? Aren't you faults slowly coming to light now? If you truly wish to protect your position, I would advise you to resign the arrest order. You really are a desperate one, you know? That never say die attitude. It touches my heart. But you know, it's unfortunate that all your hard work was for naught. Because we discovered her unconscious body near the crime scene, you see. This is the first I've heard of Kay's condition when she was found. She was unconscious in the storeroom? That's right. This source of information is classified, though. This man knows things even I don't know. Does he know the whole story behind this case? This could be a useful clue. The suspect regarding Kay. How much do you know about her? She's a suspect in this case. That's all I know, you see. Scouts on her. Perhaps I should use that clue. Something you've said feels out of place. You know how things at the crime scene investigation never revealed. Why is that? Just how much of the truth do you know? You're making that forceful face again. You know, it kind of makes me want to do the same. Like this. Hang on, I'm gonna stop the recording and finish off with a big bang. Alright, I'm back. Let us resume. You really are a persistent one, you know. But I can admire that, you see. I will take that as a compliment. Can't you give it a rest already? At my age, my body's not as strong as it once was, you know. He's got abs, though. There's no one else who could be the culprit besides her. She was even given that much evidence to show that she committed the crime. She was given evidence, you say? That's an odd choice of words. It almost sounds as if she did not possess them under her own will. I see. You really do have a fine eye for the details. As expected of a former prodigy prosecutor. You've already found your answer, haven't you? I'm listening, so go ahead and say it. There's no need to hold back. I finally wrenched open the heavy door to the truth! Now, all that remains is to strike the final blow. Kay is not the culprit! My, that's a rather bold claim, you know. Anyone can shout out objections at the top of their lungs, you see. Mr. Former Prodigy Prosecutor, I shall break through this with that clue! Kay was framed! The true culprit is pinning the blame on her! That is my answer! Yes, you're a clever one. It almost makes me feel bad that your prosecutor's badge was taken away, you know. Yes, it is as you say. Checkmate. Logic chess complete. Yes, that was epic. You arrested Kay even when you knew of the existence of the true culprit? Don't toy with me. There is no way such an act would be tolerated. You sure are green, you know. That's what a prosecutor's supposed to do. It will all work out fine if we make her guilty. Who would desire such a resolution? If I had to say, maybe the PIC, and also maybe me, you know? When I heard your words just now, I could barely hold back my tears, you know. It was just so splendid, you see. It burns me up inside. I'm not the most perfect piece of work, you know, so I can't forgive such youthfulness. You say the truth is important, but you know, once you know the real value the truth holds, I wonder if you can still say the same thing. What are you trying to say? When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths anytime you want. Kay Fader is the culprit. That was the truth I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good, very good. That face, that expression. You were such a desperate one, you see. That's why I really wanted to bully you, you know. You see, even if you know the truth, there's simply nothing you can do. And that's the real value of the truth. So shocking that it's to die for, you know. Why won't you pursue the true culprit? How much of the truth do you know? Do you understand now? The truth that you're believing in is worthless, you see. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Powerless, former prosecutor. You! Ooh, scary, scary. You know, I guess the friends of a heinous criminal are also quite heinous themselves. Blaze, you! And like this, you see, one more person would disappear before me. Ah, here comes the water bursts. These tears of mine just won't stop, you know. There's the truth. He's the criminal. Everything will be decided in today's deliberation. Kay's innocence, I will definitely prove it. Dun dun dun! Oh, I thought that was going to be a to be continued mark. Okay. For now, I'm going to do maybe like a couple more scenes, and then I'll stop the video, because I don't think I'll be able to get the majority of this case out in one fellow swoop. And there's the other girl, Lotta Hart, from the first game, so she appears. I wonder if Emma Sky is going to appear again, though. 10 members are present. The quorum has been met. From here on out, let the council begin. Today's deliberation shall be about Miles Edgeworth's aptitude and ability as a prosecutor. Let our members discuss this matter with a clear conscience of the goddess of law. And he's goddess of law too. Clear conscience. Don't make me laugh. Courtney, please give us your report. On April 5th, Prosecutor Edgeworth carried out an illegal investigation and resisted arrest. He was arrested by 2 of our members who caught him in the act, myself and Blaze the Best. Prosecutor Edgeworth disrupted the investigation of attorney Jill Crane's murder. He claims that the culprit, Kay Faraday, was arrested without sufficient evidence. Even now, his claim remains unchanged. Tell us more about the murder incident. On April 5th, the victim's body was found here in the PIC meeting room. Regarding the details,
I, Sebastian the best prosecutor, will enlighten you.
the prosecutor in charge, Sebastian the Best, will explain the rest of the details.
The murder happened on the night of April 4th. The victim was one Jill Crane.
On the same night at Black Market, yeah, blah blah blah, I don't care, I'm gonna skip it a little bit. Sebastian, please show everyone the basis for the arrest of the culprit.
You got it, Justine. Kay Faraday was unable to bear the weight of her good conscience.
I believe you mean her guilty conscience.
Yes, it was her guilty conscience that drove her to confess the crime. According to her confession, on the roof of this building, she met a figure in a red raincoat on a viewing platform.
So Crane was wearing a red raincoat? Yes, that's correct. The culprit used the conductor's clothes as her red herring to mislead us. At the time of the murder, Miss Crane was wearing a red raincoat. Okay.
It was I who was discovered the raincoat near this building.
He did? I'm sure it was the forensics team who found it. To be more precise, it was the forensics team under Sebastian's orders who discovered it. I thought as much! According to the blood analysis,
the person in the red raincoat and Miss Crane were the same person. The source of evidence is the culprit's own confession. She testified that she killed her. That's right. The culprit is Kay Faraday. It couldn't have been anyone else but her.
Well then, Edgeworth, if you have any objections, let's hear them. I have no objections. I see. Seems all the fight's gone out of you after your little overnight stay. I have no objections to your claim that I investigated illegally. I admit to that. However, I object to the claim that Kay is the culprit. I will testify that Sebastian's investigation was fair and just.
Of course it was, Justine. Don't you know that I'm the fairest of them all?
Edgeworth, my boy, despite how things may seem, I actually kinda like you. And this is just a big if, you see. If you were to withdraw your objection, you might be sitting on this side of the bench tomorrow. I'll ask you one more time, Edgeworth. Do you have any objections? Don't take me for a fool. I advise you to watch what you say. This man is the one to watch what he's saying. I'm talking about the case, not about a chair. I demand a testimony. By all means, let me hear it. I want to know how the PIC understands this case. A testimony from us, eh? Fine then, if that's what it takes to make you happy. Courtney, give him the materials from the investigation. Sir, but that's... It's the end of the line for him. Let him go on a blaze of glory. If you insist, Mr. Chairman. Received evidence from Judge Courtney. Yeah. Schedule, we got a schedule. Why do we have Courtney? I have no objections to Courtney giving the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth. Don't worry, Kay. You'll just watch from over there. Here we go! Summary of the case. You know what? I think I'm going to stop here, guys. I think I'm going to stop here for now. I'm going to make this a two-part video. Anyways, I'm Quint866. Have a good one.